Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Crimson here, bringing you another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes content video. This is going to be an unlisted video for one of the people that reached out to me in regards to modding and looking over their account and whatnot. So let's get right into it. I think this is called JustinDex. Yep. Uh, so we're looking at like a 4.6 million GP account, which having a GL at 4.6 million is pretty good. A lot of people don't do that crap. They kind of, what I would say, they're sporadic. They're like Swiss cheese almost. They don't really have a dedicated roster. Let's go ahead and get into this. So we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna look up your light side real quick. So primarily Jedi, Rebels, etc., etc. Um, Relic 8. Okay, cool. So the first thing that really comes to my mind in regards to this account on light side is that your 501st clones Galactic Republic. Um, I would definitely suggest you get these higher relics. And the reason for that is with TW, TB, and GAC, um, you're going to come across a lot of people that have a variety of teams, whether it be 3v3, 5v5, PvE, PvP, whatever the case may be. So, I would definitely suggest you upgrading your relics, especially tanks. Your Relic 9s, Relic 8s, those really help on your tanks because they get the most protection. They get the most health, depending on what you have. So, fives, everything like that. Also, I know this is only a 4.6 million GP account, which is really good. Um, and especially have JML. JML requires some pretty high, uh, requirements. So it's really cool that you have these already done. Let's look at Dark Side. So Dark Side, obviously, okay. Do you have? You should probably. Okay, alright, so you guys are probably farming for Executor and whatnot, which I would definitely recommend, especially at a lower GP account. I would definitely recommend going for Executor next. Executor, believe it or not, is still a meta ship team. It's not that hard to get for prereqs, and already you have most of them done. Um, so. I would if this were me, I would do Piet to Relic 8, obviously. Relic 9, there's a case to be made with that. You don't need Relic 9 Piet, but I mean, it just helps with your Imp Troopers and getting a faster Executor once it's 7 star. Um, but, kind of looking at everything here, um, what's cool is that well, obviously all your relics, most of your Gear 12 characters, yeah. Well, of course, all the Gear 12s. It's a lot of what's really nice about your account too is that as soon as you unlock a character, so to speak, um, you don't quite gear them up. So you're not basically what's it called? Um, not bloating your account by just unlocking, non 7 star Toons and then immediately like going up in, you know, levels and relics and all that stuff. So, I would definitely suggest you do, um, yeah, definitely suggest you do, Executor next for this account. Um, I would also mention in terms of modding, you can go to your crew members and look at all these different stats. But every crew member, regardless of what it is, as long as it's Relic, type deal for the most part, Relic or you know Gear 12, Toons, you want to make sure you have 6 dot mods for these things. Now, I know that, you know, mods are hard to come by in the currency for them and whatnot, but to really make a really good account, especially such a small, GP as yourself for this particular account, it would be awesome to see more 6 dot mods and properly modded. So, uh, you want a fast and hard hitting Vader. Like I could go do a full remod with you, Boba Fett. You do want to have all 6 dot mods because of the Slave 1 that's going to be used for Executor. Piet, you want to be extremely fast. We're talking 330 plus if possible. Um, let's see here. Alright, so yeah, you do have a good Chewie. Good tenacity or whatnot. Bosk, again, 6 dot mods with the protection, speedy, type deal. So I would say for crew members, definitely get your 6 dot mods on there. And they don't have to have the greatest speed in the world, by all means. The only ones that really need to be fast currently is Han, Rex, Piet, Vader, um, Jedi Knight Anakin, so that when you unlock the uh, Omicron for Qui-Gon Jinn. He's a little faster, helps with GAC as well. Um, Grandmaster Yoda can also be fast, but you want him healthy and high offense if possible. Um, Shock, Shock looks good. Type deal is kind of what you would use for Cam, a little bit higher, health, but pretty good mods for that. So if you could keep the cam mods, 6 dot mods all the time on your Shakti, and clones, that would be great. Um, Instead of stopping at Relic 1 for your Galactic Republic, or any tune for that matter, it's ideal to have them at a minimum of Relic 5, and that's due to Datacrons. Datacrons, for the most part, require Relic 5 and above. I did look over your online, and it doesn't really look like Datacrons are really your thing for this particular account, and that's okay. There's a lot of people that don't have time for Conquest and whatnot, but for the actual account itself, um, it's not because GAC is not really GAC, and Datacrons are really not your style for this particular account. I would get all of your relics, all your relic characters, a minimum of Relic 5. All your crew members a minimum of Relic 5 as well. You can start out with Relic 3 and see how it goes, but again, crew members having, even if it's crap, 6 dots, at least a 6 dot will allow you to have a little bit more speed, a little bit more insight with your ships in PvP and PvE and whatnot. So it really goes a long way. Um, let's see what your unaligned force users look like, because that's kind of like, obviously the meta, so to speak. So it looks like obviously you are working on Inquisitors, which is a good thing. It's not only just good for you, but it's good for the entire guild that you're in, because guilds want to move up further and to progress further. Currently is in Rise of the Empire TB, so obviously unlocking Riva, or AKA Third Sister. So definitely upgrading and getting those 7 stars, a minimum of Relic 7. You don't need Second Sister, but you do for Grand Inquisitor, and that's the big thing right there. So I would definitely suggest going for Executor. Um, Also doing your Inquisitors, updating all of your Relic tunes to a minimum of Relic 5, and then also for your crew members, make sure that they have 6 dot mods. I know it's a lot to cover, but you'll start noticing that mods also affect GP, and not so much. More relics are more for GP intensive, but good mods are better for overall than none at all. So you can also go to all and sort by speed, and you can kind of see what the base speeds for most people are, also and whatnot. So um, let's go to we'll do first order. First order is not bad. You could also go for SLKR here because a lot of them are 7 stars. And again, what really helps for your particular account or this particular account is that you're not, you've got 7 star tunes. A lot of people, like I said before, they just bloat, and as soon as they get to an unlock of a character, immediately take it to level 85, and then, they don't finish the star count. Um, Yeah, you're pretty ways from Java, so you don't have to worry about that. Let's see what Rogue One looks like. You're getting there with Rogue One. Um, Profundity is another meta fleet, um, as well as getting all that stuff. You won't have to worry about Phoenix, Old Republic. Old Republic is actually a good faction to have in the new Crate Dragon stuff, Crate Raid, but most guilds are not doing that right now, so I think you're fine for the time being. Night Sisters, Night Sisters is really good with new Marin character. Um, Mandalorian, yeah, definitely get your BAM up to, or Beskar, Mando to Relic 5 minimum for Razor Crest so you can get Executor. Um, let's see here, Jedi. Yeah, I would say, and if I had to guess in terms of new stuff for this particular count, I would definitely, like I said, kind of go in an overview, get all of your Relic characters to a minimum of Relic 5, put 6 dot mods on your squad members, and then also for all of your crew members that are Relict, obviously are gear 12 and above. Um, I would highly suggest go for Executor next, and then also once you can obviously continue on with your Inquisitors. They are a huge help to the guild or guilds that you're wanting to get into or continue on. Um, and then you can also increase some of the speeds for certain tunes like Jedi Knight Anakin, Han Solo, Rex, Piet, etc. In terms of a GL, um, I mean, you're not too far from JMK, Jedi Master Kenobi. JMK would be a good solid one for a Galactic Legend. SLKR is still really good all around. Um, I mean, the sky's the limit in terms of that stuff. So, but definitely work on like at least a meta fleet. So definitely Executor and Profundity will come later on if you ever want to do that route. But you could do non-galactic legends. You could certainly go for Starkiller. You already have an Omicron Mara Jade right there. She's excellent in both GAC and TW. She really shines in TW with her Omicron, but um, all around, even in GAC with EP, MJ, and Starkiller, you can take out Ray squads, which is a lot easier, a lot less of a headache than trying to use JMK and all of that stuff. So, um, definitely a solid count for 4.6 million. But you always have room to improve, just like everybody else. So, hope this helps, and peace.